Hello viewers, welcome to sarkaritel.com and diplomacyindia.com. As you know, India is passing through a brutal second wave of COVID-19. The entire healthcare system is overwhelmed. It seems to be the crisis of the century. But in this hour of crisis, the global community has held a helping hand. We have a very special guest joining us today, His Excellency Pham San Chao, the Ambassador of Vietnam to India. Welcome, Your Excellency, to this very special broadcast.
Namaste.
My first question will be, how is Vietnam helping India in this hour of crisis?
This morning, there is one plane just landed, carrying with it more than 100 oxygen concentrators and 50 ventilators. This is the first batch of the gift sent by the people and the government of Vietnam to the people and government of India. The second batch will come in soon. The second batch will be including 275 oxygen generators, 100 ventilators, 1,300 oxygen cylinders, and 50,000 masks, and more than that. So, and the third batch is also coming. You just witnessed a small ceremony conducted at a very small temple of all the nuns of one sect of Buddhism in Vietnam. And those nuns have been able to collect 1 billion Vietnamese dong, equivalent to 45,000 US dollars, to help Indian people. I believe that the relationship between India and Vietnam are very strong, politically, economically, culturally, but especially people-to-people connection. And since India is the birthland and where God of the Lord Buddha, and where Lord Buddha got enlightened, so many people, they love, many people of Vietnam love India in more than one way. So a lot of Buddhist people and a lot of Buddhist followers are ready to help Indian friends in the small way they can. And it is also the policy of the government of Vietnam. Therefore, I'm hoping more other gifts will be coming soon. This is just a small token and gesture of the solidarity, of the love of the Vietnamese people to help Indian people to ride over this difficult time.
Excellency,
Thank
you have been very kind, and we would thank Vietnam for helping India in this crisis. My second question comes, since this COVID-19 started in the year 2020, how did Vietnam tackle this entire crisis, and what were the kind of strategies you adopted to contain this crisis, and what is the present situation in Vietnam?
Last year, Vietnam was doing very well. We controlled nearly 100% the situation, and we have only 35 mortalities and more than 1,000 infections. This year, now at this moment, we are facing the fourth wave, and it's become more challenging for us. We have over the past 3 weeks, nearly 2,000 infection cases, but in the overall, we're still able to put under control the pandemic. Of course, this time it's more challenges, it's more difficult to tackle than last year. Our strategy is continue to be contact tracing, try to isolate the infection cases, and try to settle and do away with the serious cases. So far, with a country of 97 million population, and we just have 38 as of today mortality. So I think in general, Vietnam is still doing fine. but we need to keep finger crossed and try not let our guard down.
It is very heartening to know that even in the first crisis, or you talk about the second crisis, Vietnam has controlled this crisis very well, and I think you have very negligible figures to to tackle with. My third question will be: how is the vaccination program being planned in Vietnam to vaccinate the entire population?
I think on that front, Vietnam is a little bit behind, because up now we are only able to vaccinate less than 1 million population. It means that's less than 1% of the whole population of Vietnam who got vaccinated. Our Prime Minister just stressed that it is very important to vaccinate the most of the population of Vietnam. So our next step is to find and to purchase vaccines. Unlike India, Vietnam is not able to produce vaccines for itself, so we have to import from different sources. So yesterday we just diversified the source of vaccines by approaching Pfizer and Moderna. And at the same time, we are still approaching, we have been approaching, and we continue to do so with serum, with a biotech in India, in order to explore the possibility of purchasing Covaxin. Me, myself, I got 2 doses of Covaxin, and many of my diplomatic staff have done the same. This is also a signal for my government that Covaxin is very safe and very effective. So at the moment, the negotiation is underway. I hope that the deal will be sealed soon.
Excellency, what I could see is there is a silver lining that even if you have just vaccinated 1% of the population, but you have kept the crisis in absolute check. So I think you should not be worrying on that front. My last question will be, what India can do better to overcome this crisis?
I think in general, India is doing, in the first case, in last year is very well. And I believe that India, with its strong determination and its different measures put in place, India will be able to tide over this crisis successfully. We have the whole heart with Indian, and we have full confidence of the measures put in place by the central government as well as the state government of India.
That brings me to the end of this program. Thank you, His Excellency Pham Sanh Chau, the Ambassador of Vietnam to India. Excellency, you quite well, explained how Vietnam is supporting India in this crisis, and it is very heartening to know that Vietnam is, I think, one of the very few countries who have managed this crisis very well at home. And I congratulate the entire population of Vietnam on successfully following the rules and the protocols which were laid. And I think your population should be congratulated on this. They maintain discipline, because of which I think you are not facing any crisis. Thank you very much for joining on this very special program. This is Amay Sathe signing off from Delhi for SarkariTale.com and DiplomacyIndia.com. Thank you very much and namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency.